3, 2, 1, let's go. What's good, guys? It's D.G.I.T. Don't get it twisted. Quality, quality, quality. Yeah. You know, I came up with not the yes, sir. I came with the quality. You get me? Because you know what? Because DGIT is all about quality. You get me? So today.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You're coming with the energy. But I don't have my contacts on and I cannot see a thing right now.
Yeah.
I look cross-eyed.
She's blind.
Wait. Okay, I can see now.
Guys, if you want to experience the feeling of how savvy looks right now, it's this. So you can't see anything, can you? Yeah, you can't. But now for reals, guys, we spent hours reading through your comments.
Oh, guys, we have the one and only Tom Whiteboy reaction.
Yes,
now,
sir.
This got probably 1 point something comments, right?
Something like that.
Let me just let you know. I understand where you're coming from, and at the same time, I love the fact that not only do I learn from Tom's songs, I learn from you guys, because there was so much topics that you guys were talking on that we couldn't even reply to because there's so much going on. So obviously we decided to do a podcast today and go through his lyrics, because his lyrics is not something you touch on once and then that's it.
Exactly.
As I said, they make you think, they educate you. So obviously we are gonna do this today and break down certain things that we didn't really get to do in the other video.
Yeah, because obviously we didn't want to feel like we're pausing too much. So there's gonna be a conversation thing.
But obviously, if you're hashtag HOG, you already know that Tom, you have to pause a lot.
But if you guys really enjoy this show, please share it around, show us some love, and you know, you get me. So at the end of the day, it's for you guys. I'm trying to educate, because you, first of all, guys, the kids you see in the videos, that's I'll call them my little sister, my little brother.
Just to clarify, they're our siblings, right? They're not our kids.
Exactly. We just want to educate them, because at the end of the day, we never had no one to educate us, so we listen to wrong music. But we're trying to show them someone like Tom keeps young kids awakened. You get me?
I can't share properly.
But anyways, so guys, let's start. The first bar for Tom MacDonald was. Should I say what you want to say? Anyways, I'll say, I cannot feel guilty for the shit that I didn't do, but I can understand the reason why you think I should. Yeah? Let's start with that bar right there. It's a thing of where, like, I respect you, Tom, for saying that, because it's a thing of where, like, I understand where they feel like black people should have the rights to tell the white people that you should feel guilty for the things you did for my ancestors, even though they don't know me and I don't know them, but I still give you the guilty attack. You get me? So
see, when it comes to this line, I can give so many good scenarios. The scenarios that's in my head right now is, you remember the one that we watched? I don't know if you guys watched it, but you know that thing that you showed me about the policeman?
Yeah.
What was it?
It's by, if you guys watched, I watched Chicago PD, and obviously it's about a policeman who he's been working on a case for 30 years, right? And all those 30 years he's been got shot by a black man.
No, but it's not even about that part. Put it this way, like in a short scenario, the white man killed a black boy. So obviously there's two cops that had to go after him to arrest him. One was white, one was black. But obviously the black officer was more upset towards the guy who shot the black guy, and his friend had to act in a more calmer manner. Obviously the black guy, obviously because they're friends, they work together, whatever, he was very pissed off at the fact that his white officer was not upset over the matter.
Because the white man said, "Oh, bro, calm down." And then he's like, "Why should I be calm? Why aren't you vexed?" You get me? It was a thing of when he was like, "Why are you blaming me? Why are you trying to act on me?" Like,
obviously the guy kind of put it in a way like, what? Because you're black, you wouldn't understand. And the white guy's saying, "Why do you always blame me? Why do you always think I won't feel this way?" And da da da. It's so long to explain, but it's just a thing where you can't really get angry or blame someone because they're white. That doesn't mean it's the same.
Exactly. But you know, but at the end of the day, we're talking about that on that bar right there. It made sense. You get me? And the next one was, the next line was,
I feel like we're rushing because there's so much more to say.
There's so much, but isn't it? We try to keep it
because this we're gonna go for a lot for this one.
I'm white, but I never put your neck in a noose, and I never burned a cross or hid my face with a hood. So he's basically talking about the KKK. You know, because obviously he's basically trying to say that, yo, listen, at the end of the day, whether I'm white or not, I never been part of no KKK. So why you trying to put me in the same category as everyone else? You know, because I've always said this, right? No matter how much a hero can be a hero, all it takes is one wrong mistake for a hero to do something, or to categorize as a villain. You get me? So I feel like with Tom was a thing of where he's basically saying that, yo, listen, at the end of the day, yes, I know what my people did, right? They ain't even my people. They're just a bunch of people that by chance I became the color part of them. You get me? So I don't know them. I never met those guys. I know this happened. I didn't even know about 100 years ago we even exist. So the fact that you're trying to put me in something that happened a long time ago, that's disrespectful, because I never did any of that stuff. You get me? So don't put me in a category. You know.
As it says for the next line, you can't just label me racist because I'm related to people who did some terrible shit way before I was alive. My parents brought me up to treat everyone as equal. I refuse to feel ashamed because of my pretty blue eyes. First of all, I love when Tom big up his pretty blue eyes.
Of course.
But come on, it's true. It's shit that happened years ago. You can't put everyone in the same category, because how else are we supposed to move on? I'm not saying there's not racist people out there, but
that is true. Because I sometimes a thing of where, like, just because, think about this, I see it like this way, right? Especially in America, because I'm not saying because I watch TV shows and all that stuff. It's just what my own research, right? I've seen. Imagine you being friends with a white boy, right? You be cool, right? I'll be cool with that. But once that white boy joins the feds, all of a sudden the white boy is like, yo, bro, you betrayed me. You get me? So it's like, why does a person have to put themselves on hold because of the color? You get me?
As is, like, especially in the States, because obviously when it comes to that, they're more popular when it comes to racism. There are a lot of racist cops, but there are some individuals that are trying to help. You understand? And if you know your friend, not because he joined, you know, the force or whatever, that doesn't mean he's automatically different, if you know what I mean. Some people generally just want to help, but it's only some individuals. That's the sad part.
Yeah, because I don't know if you've watched that cute video of a black kid and a white kid running towards each other, like, and they start hugging because they're so excited to see each other. And then there's another one video where a white kid shaved off his head because head, like the hair, because he wanted to be just like a black kid by saying that, I want to twin with you. Yeah, and then they said, oh, what color's your friend? He's like, I don't know. And there's a white kid saying, I don't know. You get me? The fact that he trying to show how pure he is, that he didn't even know, why would he be worried about a color? You get me? But anyways, that's too much for them.
No, but
it makes sense.
They don't care about I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it was one of the most cutest things ever. Anyways.
It's fucking Nazi. Fuck white supremacists.
Yeah.
Fuck anyone who labels me as that because of my family genetics. Thank you very much.
Yes.
What do you call it? The hatred for Caucasians is so fucking pathetic. We got to be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. Obviously, it's very late right now, so I'm not trying to make noise, but you see every line he spoke, I felt it. I understand.
Right.
Other people understand. You don't even have to be open-minded to understand what he's saying. But then again, it doesn't change whatever he says. People are still going to see him as the same way. Why? Because he's white, and that's a sad thing.
Yeah. And he made it clear saying, yo, fuck everyone that's ever done wrong. I ain't part of them, you get me? I ain't done nothing wrong. As long as I know what I am, yeah? So don't try to judge me because of someone's street cred, someone's history, you get me? Because it's some way where, like, I feel bad when I understand where it's like, let's say like a Fed stops me saying, oh, blah, blah, did all this, and I'm like, so why policemen stop me? I want to hit the police because they stopped me. Let's be real, guys. I love black people, right? Power to the people, but power to the white people too. Power to the light skins, power to all sorts of colors. My point is this, right? Us black people, right? As much as we scream la lies now, we make it so hard for the feds to even take us seriously, because at the end of the day, yes, guess what? We're always in the ghetto. Yes, guess what? We always do fuckery. Yes, because the thing about us is the thing. I be real with me because I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna say something to you guys that you don't know about me, right? I was raised on the streets. You get me? I was raised with real hardcore criminals, right? The person that was mentoring me as a criminal was a black guy. I ain't even say his name. It's a thing of where like I realized at the end of the day, it was not about them teaching me the right paths. It was them about trying to recruit me as another dumb young girl who would follow and rather die for the oldest. You see me? And the thing is with us black people, the minute the white fed stops us, what do we scream? Black Lives Matter. You get me? We're ready to say, police officer, what did I do? Police officer, I'm recording you. Police officer, you know what I mean? We use our color as a way of, you see how you use the badge to stop black people and kill black people, right? We use the badge of our color to try to say stop racism. But guess what? It's probably the same black person trying to kill another black person, you get me? But I ain't trying to get into that anyways. But I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to go through. Next one was, I'm not a white devil.
Nazi. Cop trying to pull the trigger. You can tell me what you want, but I'll never say the white race as a whole ain't the enemy. The racist white people. Wait, there's racist white people, but we're far from that collective, which is true.
You know, the fact that he said that, you know, you can call me what you want, but I'll never still say the one, the end nigga. You know?
Going back to what you said about like black people, already standing their ground saying, Black Lives Matter, don't shoot me, all that nonsense thing. Do you know what's worse? Is like when they are clearly in the wrong. Like, let's say example for a drug dealer. Like, you know when there's like, what did they say? I was just saying that they always have in it, but like they're always acting like they're in the right. As in, why am I getting pulled over? They act like they're not the bad guy.
In other words,
when knowing
officer,
damn well,
what did I do? Get out of the car. But officer, why should I get out of the car? I have my rights. Get out of the car. Okay, cool, officer. But what, can't I be a black man having a nice car? Man, I'm not saying that every
it doesn't
black
go.
person,
It doesn't go for everyone. It's not. We're never doing a stereotype thing.
But I see the move like this. If I'm a Fed, right, I'll do my research on you. If I'm pulling you or passing for me, I don't know about the racism thing, because at the end of the day, I'm black. But I've been stopped by the Fed so many times, and then 99% were white people, right? But that's what I forgot to tell you. There was a one. I remember I was 14 years old. I still remember this. A black policeman stopped me, right? I remember because I was running. I was in Canning Town when I moved in, and he pulled me, right? He pulled me, and guess what he said to me? He said, I pulled you because you looked and behaved just like the person we're trying to find, right? I was like, why? Because my intention was, I'm trying to run, trying to catch the bus. You get me? Because I wanted to go to college, which is weird because I'm trying to educate myself. You get me? And the police officer stopped me, right? And I said, what did I do wrong? He said, wrong time, wrong place. Unfortunately, you just looked like the figure we're looking for. Yeah? And I said to him, but you're black. You should understand what I'm going through. And you know what he told me? He told me that the problem is with black people is this. Even if they're not in wrong, they still act like they're in wrong just to make the one person look bad. You know? And that hit me because guess what? It's true.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to a black person pulled by the feds, guess what the black person does? The black person tends to say, officer, why are you recording me? I mean, why are you stopping me? Or officer, because I'm black. Or officer, you're automatically trying to bring some sort of aggression towards the police officer. You get me? He told me all you had to do was say your name, where you're from, and why the whole conversation was. Simple as that. You get me? Then after that, it's that simple. But with us black people, we're trying to show the drama. We're trying to show that. You get me? We got rights. But it's a thing of where it's simple. What's your name? Cool. Get out of the car. Okay,
That
cool.
is true, but I feel like, imagine someone that gets stopped by the feds all the time. Obviously, that aggression will start to build up.
True. But at the end of the day, it's a thing of where, like, I don't know, I ain't trying to say, because at the end of the day, like I said, I believe, this is me saying, I'm as a black person, it's gonna be shocking, right? When I get stopped by police, the first person I get pissed off at is the black person. As much as it sounds like I'm risking my own people, it's more of a thing where, like, I'm like, that color did something stupid to the police officer, therefore they assumed I'm part of them. That's how I see it. You know, why? Because I've been in the hood, you get me? I've been on the streets, I ain't seen what these kids do, you know, what they do to provoke police officers and all that. I seen that. I'm not saying that all of them are the same, but my own experience is quite different, you get me? But let's go to the next line.
And it's obviously you guys know the lyrics, but I'll just read it this once until, and I won't read the chorus again.
Yeah.
But it says, white boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you're so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, hey white boy. White boy, white noise, shit. I can't save my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes.
That
already says a lot. I don't even know if I want to get into it because we have so much to get into. But that already says so much.
But at the end of the day, like what it says, and it's a thing of where, like, you know, with black people, we love to label things before we even know anything. You know, that's how I see it.
And this is not us attacking a race, because I know somehow this video is gonna come back and people are gonna be like,
black people, they're being attacked. Like I told, listen, I'm all for Black Lives Matter. I've already said that to me. I've said all lives matter. All lives matter. Listen, my point is this.
There's no
such thing as matter. I'll be honest with you. I don't believe in such thing as matter, because at the end of the day, we all make the same mistakes. You get me? Whether we're black, white, Chinese, Asian, whatever it is. Because I can tell you how many times black people been racist to certain, you know, cultures. You know, because I'll be honest with you, I can tell you a black person's been racist to a Chinese person just because the way they look, just because the way they eat stuff and all that stuff. Or I can say white people are racist to black people just the way they look, just the way they eat, just the way they whatever. You get me? So at the end of the day, it's like both cultures, both colors, both backgrounds. We're all racist, man. Don't lie. You know, I ain't racist, ironically say that, because I'll tell you this. I don't believe in color. I love just my sister. I love black person. I love white person. I love all colors. At the end of the day, I was born, like Tom said, to love everyone equally. You get me? That's what it is. But yeah, next one is if a black man is sipping on some, if a black man is sipping on some cognac, I don't know what that is, sitting next to me, I don't assume that every black's favorite drink is Hennessy.
I don't dislike
Tanisha, cause her first name is Stephanie. Not only that's wrong, it's fucking waste of my energy. Ariel or Ebony, 45 or 17, we all bleed the same. Martin Luther King or Kennedy, they are hungry and
reciting the facts. He's white, he raps, and he stole the culture from the blacks. That's another thing. Because you know how they always have this saying, oh, white people are the only one that can rap, da 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 da. Or like just the thing with white people, I mean black people starting rap or whatever. It doesn't matter who started rap. I can't tell you who started rap. But it's just a thing where, why does it have to be a certain race doing something better? Like, why do they have to say that?
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. It's the same with stereotypes.
Because no, I believe is, personally for me, you know what I love about humans and I hear about humans? We love too much, at the same time we hate too much.
Definitely.
Right? So it's a thing of where, like, you love whatever you believe in so much to the point you discharge and you don't want to believe whatever else that don't fit in your bubble. So you are so up in your head that you just want to believe what you know, and that's the truth, that's the right way, and that's it. You get me? And I respect that, because at the end of the day, you gotta stand what you believe in. You get me? Because like that's what human nature is about. But if you're like Tom McDonald and stay woke, then bro, sister, auntie, cousin, dog, cat, whatever you are, you're gonna lose yourself in the wrong. In other words, you won't know your habits. You won't know what wrong habits you got or what good habits you got because you're so arrogant that you don't want to believe anything else that ain't your news. You get me? And the next one is.
Run this one.
Is that one, yeah? Okay. So another part is I got a mother, a father, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, and a grandma that I picture when you're openly hating.
And God willingly, one day I have my own kid. I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife or my baby. That is true.
That's true. Because that's another thing, though. Like just
I
to
think
summarize that part.
when he said that line, especially, I feel like I wouldn't say hate even more, but it's just a thing like shit. It's true because it's again the same way racism never gonna stop. Stereotypes are never gonna stop. You get what I mean? And it's just sad to the people that are actually innocent and the people that are actually trying to make a difference, and then people pushing this onto them because of their color, or the way they look.
The way when he said that, yo, I ain't gonna lie. In other words, he's saying, I ain't gonna lie to you saying I'm or whatever, but I understand why you think I should care about those things, right? Yeah. Same way he's saying that, yo, I understand you, but I'm not gonna allow you, put my kids and my future generation and my whatever in the same category because you don't wanna accept that I ain't part of that generations. You get me? So I honestly respect that. So go ahead and hate me. So go ahead and hate the racist. I pray the
extinction. If you want to hate the white people, just make a distinction between the ones who want the best for everyone regardless and the ones who build the system just to smoothen you with a hardship. That's true.
It's actually true. Because can I be real with you? Another thing I want to say, right? This I personally, hopefully, if you guys went this far and you listen to us, right? I personally believe, right, the only way black lives will matter is if there's this. Just hear me out, right? If black people and white people can tune in the same frequency when they both listen to each other. Because this is how I see it. White people, papa. Black people, black lives matter, black lives matter. How you all gonna be listening to each other when they make this too much loud noise to both between each other? You get me? You gotta find the people that genuine, both colors, and sit down and speak. You get me? I call that a unity. Like we, in other words, you need to sit down and speak about the same thing. Because I know there's one white brother that will die for me more than a black brother. You get me? And I know there's one black brother that will die for me more than a white brother. You get me? But at the end of the day, it's a thing of where we all need to find the right frequency where we need to understand each other. You know, and that's why I love Boondocks. Because Boondocks is a thing of where, like, you know Uncle Ruckus, right? He's one racist black mother brother. You get me?
Guys, if you watch that cartoon, it was hella funny. Obviously, they rest in peace to the show, innit?
You get me? But Amy, this is what I'm trying to say, right? My point is this. Uncle Ruckus says a lot of racist views of a black person, right? Guess what happened? They accepted him for his role because it was a black voice over. But if it was a white voice over, the black people would come and attack him. You get me? Why is saying this? Why is saying that? Why is even though
they prove their point on how people are stupid. No, not just black people, but people are stupid because he had this disease, right? And he's supposed to be white, but it's like I forgot what it's called, but basically he had this disease where it just made him turn. You know when it starts off being a patch, it made his whole body turn. I forgot what it's called.
Like Uncle Ruckus said, it's a Michael Jackson reverse disease.
Yeah, basically, and obviously, just the fact that he said, his body's now black.
Yeah,
we automatically forgot.
We forgot that this brother's actually born white.
Yeah, or that he's actually, white because he's not black, is he?
Yeah.
But it just proves how stupid we are because we dismiss that fact. But true say, if he was white, the tables would turn.
Yeah. Well, I ain't a damn.
That's why they did that for a reason. I thought it was very smart.
It was very, very smart. R.I.P. Granddad. Sorry. so upset. Hopefully Bulldogs comes on, because I saw how people reacted with Cleveland show. The new voice of Cleveland is a white man, and Cleveland is black. The way they reacted to it, they didn't like that.
I didn't even know that.
But if that information was not released out, they would say, Cleveland, you're so funny, you're so funny, you get me?
But what was I gonna say? This song here, I think it was very strong, and just a great message why Tom made it, because it's something that he is battling with. You know, that's something that, imagine trying to do so good for your neighborhood and you're trying to prove so much, but no one's understanding. It's frustrating. And you see this line when he was like, no one that I call my friend has ever owned a slave, and neither did our dads or our dad's dads. For fuck's sake, acknowledging assurity. I can't pronounce the word.
Atrocities.
Something like that. Were wrongly committed is all that I can offer when I'm wrongly convicted. From that line,
I even know the back of my head.
You can just hear the passion in his voice, like, fuck, like, what do I have to prove to you again?
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's not me. Yeah? Yes, generations after generation before I could even exist, before even my parents knew that I wasn't even going to exist, right? Right? But why am I still being blamed for racism that I didn't do? Right? Because do you know how I see Tom? I see a brother that's trying to embrace both cultures. You get me?
Yeah.
I see a brother who's...
all cultures.
Yeah, exactly. I'm seeing a brother who's like, yo, I was born white, but at the end of the day, I will eat jollof rice. At the end of the day, I will eat mashed potatoes. At the end of the day, I'll eat Chinese food, Asian food. I eat African food, white people food. I'll eat anything. Because why? Because I wasn't born to be built like that. Like, I have to choose a specific food I have to eat, because apparently when you're racist, you can only eat certain food because your body can only take that type of food. He's saying to you guys, yo, at the end of the day, we both breathe in the same oxygen. What's the difference?
Anyways, guys, right now, don't know what time you're seeing this, but good day, good morning. We are on my favorite part of the video, and let me say, this is my favorite part because there was so much. I need that.
Sorry, battery mode.
There was so much people commenting about this, right? So I'm gonna read this little paragraph to you, and then I'm gonna read a few comments I've seen. Got no patience for Nazis. I think they're better off dead. They're fighting hatred with hatred, making the hate more intense. That's another reason why racism will always exist. I don't want nothing to do with either side of the fence, so don't blindly attack me for wearing braids on my head. And I'm gonna read this comment, and I don't know his name. It just says, obviously I might put a picture on the screen. I said might. But yeah, he said, you guys don't believe in color, yet you say white people can't wear braids. I was like, that's actually racist. People believe braids are only from the black culture. Think before you act like assholes on camera. Now, the reason why I had to screenshot this, and I screenshot this a while ago for us to actually record and post, but we didn't. I clearly said in the video, I don't think it's wrong for white people to wear braids. I never said I have a problem. I just said I don't like how Kim Kardashian changed the names of the braids, because it is like a cultural thing. That's why people are affected. Now, other black people, other people might feel affected because they just think they shouldn't wear it point blank. I didn't say I don't think they should wear it. So the fact that this person I was actually the fact that this person tried to change my words around pissed me off. But I will say, you guys actually educated me in the comments. Obviously, I haven't actually done my research yet, but I was reading through your comments where you're talking about the braids or whatever, and someone was just like, people need to do their history. Vikings wore braids, Scottish wore braids. But obviously, they never really said who was the first to wear it. And then I do have a few paragraphs. I don't know if you mind me reading it.
Go on.
If you get what I mean. See, another person again said, dreads and braids are actually multicultural. If you would do a quick Google search on the ancient Vikings, you can see they wore braids and dreads. So there was a lot of people saying, you know,
it's more like a lot of Vikings that were actually...
Yeah, but obviously I don't know who's the first make a silhouette.
Bro,
So
you
I
know what
will
it
do
is?
my research on that.
It's like saying what was the first car to walk on the planet? You know, but at the end of the day, guys.
Oh wait, can I just read this one? So this one's actually a paragraph, but I just thought I most likely put on the screen as well. I love you guys' reaction. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
What's his name? Or her name?
Stephen Hall. And it's like, I'm a 40-year-old white Jewish guy, and I can relate to you guys so much. I think braids have been around for some time, and no matter... Oh, sorry. Sometimes, and no one has a right to name them or tell them what they can or cannot do. Jews have had braids since the beginning of time. Also, if you look at old Greek paintings, many of the people had braids or what would be considered dreadlocks now. It would be what considered... Sorry, I can't think. It just seems... Sorry, it just seems silly to me about the cooking thing too. Obviously, if you guys watch
the video, I said, oh, white people can't cook.
Yeah, but obviously that's a stereotype. We were joking around because Gordon Ramsay is white and this nigga is the best chef of all time. Understand? Still need to go to one of his restaurants because he has so many in the States. But yeah, I've actually never heard of why people can't cook. I grew up in NJ with many different races, ethnicities. I live down south, and whenever someone mentions soul food and fried chicken, I have to tell them that the Scottish invented fried chicken. Look it up. No culture owns anything. Ideas, food, ways of doing things. As you heard him say, it may be from wherever, but no culture owns anything. And regardless if they own anything, this was from time ago. Why do we still have to be like, oh no, this was that, this was that?
My people did it, or whatever.
Even for the braids, guys, I saw so many comments, but I do agree with you. I don't think there should be people saying, oh, why is this white person doing this? Why is she wearing this? Especially when it comes to braids. I've never seen the big fuss about it. The only time I've actually seen a fuss is when people are like, oh yeah, Kim Kardashian braids. Wait, they'll be on YouTube, oh, I tried Kim Kardashian braids, da da da. Bro.
You know what I was gonna say that someone once told me is this: no matter what you think, just know someone else already thought about it before. You get me? So in other words, no matter whatever idea you think you got, you might not know someone. You might even search on the internet and it might not exist, but that does not mean someone has not really done it out there. You get me? Because at the end of the day, like I've always said, who can say what idea you got belongs to you? You know, because you didn't travel around the whole world talking to billions and billions of people one by one saying, did you have this idea? Did you do this? No. But at the end of the day, you don't know who did it. Same way as I can say when people say, oh, do aliens exist? You can't say the aliens exist or not, because if you had no proof of speaking to people, yes, there can be so many videos, yes, there will be so many proofs or whatever, but that does not mean, yeah, that is accurate. Or
as we always say, nothing has come from nothing. Meaning,
exactly.
If someone says something,
there's some truth to it.
Yeah, because it's not just one person. There's a few people that believe in aliens. There's a few people that believes in certain conspiracy theories. I truly believe that it does have some truth behind it, if that makes sense. But let me just read these two last ones, and obviously it's a chorus. Hate the people who believe you put yourself in the ghetto. Hate the ones who teach their children you ain't shit because they say so. Hate the ones who think you're all the same and judge you profusely because the way that you're portrayed on the news and in movies. Facts.
First of all, Tom, you seem to know your dictionary well. Why?
Being white and being racist ain't the same. Can I just say that line?
It's so powerful.
It's so powerful. I promise, I know it's hard to tell the difference if I'm being honest. I deserve the chance to show you I'm not a part of the problem, and you owe it to yourselves. We've got so much in common. You see that last line, and then he says the chorus? It's so touching. And personally, I want to read it to you guys again because I feel like it means so much, and it just shows me how much he's hating and how much he's trying to prove to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Being white and being racist are not the same. I promise I know it's hard to tell the difference if I'm being honest. I deserve to show you I'm not part of the problem, and we owe it to ourselves. We got so much in common. Let's stop making stereotypes separate us. We talk about that we don't want racism to exist, right? Yet there's so many stereotypes for every type of race. All of that puts us in a different segregation.
He does. Actually, let's be realistic. Okay, let me tell you certain things, because the thing about me that shout to McDonald's was inspiring me, right? Is this: black people, oh man, they love Kool-Aid. Chinese people, oh man, they love animals. White people, they ain't gonna seasoning. You hear me? Those are the main three that the plans basically assumes they order, right? But let's be realistic, right? How many times can I say one of my friends who's black can cook? How many more times can I say one of my Chinese friends is vegan? Yeah. How many times can I say one of my white friends has a restaurant that is owned, yeah, and he or she is teaching a black person how to cook? You get me? My point is this, right? Each race, each culture will always have a negative, right? But the problem with human beings is this: negative so much powerful than their positive. Why? Because we relate more in negative than positive.
I will say, personally, on my behalf, I don't know if I would continue doing videos like this all the time, and that's only because I seen how someone already turned my words and completely said something different when that's not clearly what I said. So when it comes to topics like this, a lot of people like to twist your words, especially when you get big and stuff like that, and that's not something I'm looking for, because I see how it affects a lot of people in the future. Like, they may show one part of the video, I may not show the rest, and obviously they find ways to destroy your career, and I believe that somehow my words will get twisted. I don't like touching up on certain topics or saying my opinion, because at the end of the day, not everyone's going to agree, and that's fine and understandable.
That's okay.
But at the same time, it would be nice if people were more open-minded and were able to listen to other people's opinions.
And that's why I said in Tom McDonald's, when I was saying about the whole, oh, I'm black, you're white, you're like, someone once said at the beginning, right? I made it clear. As much as she's afraid of, no, not even afraid, she just doesn't want people twisting her words and all that stuff. After listening to Tom McDonald's, yo, I've read comments from about Tom McDonald's videos, or how much she's buying views, or every reactors, all that stuff. It kind of inspired me, because I think of where, like, if someone's getting their way to say they don't like you, or they're saying you're fake, or they're saying whatever, I already say you made it. You get me?
Let me tell you why he's not buying views, right?
Not
Tom
even close.
is the only person I know right now off my head that I can tell you is not afraid to speak their mind. He's not afraid to do anything. Now, you being able to speak your mind in 2021,
yeah,
you will get a lot of people's attention.
Of course.
You're gonna get the hate, you're gonna get the believers, and you're gonna get those who want to be educated, who wants to understand, the open-minded, the ones who want to go down the rabbit hole. So I know that Tom gets a lot of attention and he's not buying. Do you see how we have to give it to Tom, how he's so hardworking, and obviously big up to his girlfriend as well,
Nova,
and his best friend,
and Brandon,
I believe.
Sorry.
Either way, big up
Rockstar.
to him. No, I can't remember. Either way, we more follow up Tom McDonald and his girlfriend, right? They're so hardworking, especially in the pandemic, where people are getting, like, well, obviously people always had producers and people always had people doing their videos, but the fact that these couple work as a team, and obviously she records his stuff for him, he's always posting back-to-back videos.
Back-to-back.
And I'm talking about, I can't give you a song of Tom that I don't really like. His songs are always catchy, they're always, you know, meaningful, they're always educating me, so I really like it.
Brandon Hart, sorry. Yeah, Nova, Kane, you know. Like, I told you this, with Tom, whether he buys views or he doesn't buy views, which I don't believe he does. I've always said this: every great leader that says the truth is put down as a villain.
Yep.
It's put down as,
and he's
you
aware of that.
betrayed your country, you betrayed everyone, you betrayed the whole humanity. You get me? And those are the people I want to listen to, because at the end of the day, the government, they ain't trying to, whatever so-called people. Because you think about humans, like it sounds like I'm sounding like an alien saying this stuff, because I said they're humans. The thing about us is we are so comfortable with our daily life living. Wake up, go to school. Wake up, go to work. Lunchtime finishes, go back to work. Lunchtime, after work, go back to sleep. You go back to
And
home.
you see how boring it is when the lockdown came and everyone's just inside and they're deep in what? Is this really life? Because if we didn't start YouTube or anything, it's like, what have I actually accomplished? What have I actually said I've done different? What am I actually doing in my spare time? That's the thing. As much as there's self-care, you spend more time with your family, obviously that's the biggest thing as well. But it's like, you reflect on yourself so much, it can lead you to so much depression. And as I said, I think I'm really inspired by Tom and his girlfriend just working hard.
About far, man. These guys don't sleep, because the fact that this guy he said the next 3 weeks are gonna be crazy. I thought I'd be lying to you. I was Tom, I'd be thinking like, yeah, right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He posted one video. I'm like, okay, because the next video is gonna be like 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, give or take. Because that's how musicians work, innit?
Yeah.
Next week, another one dropped.
And this is the thing you need to understand. It's just him and his girlfriend.
And his best friend.
Yeah.
You get me? That's what you call talking about that. HOG. What?
What are you gonna say?
No, that's TMG.
Oh.
TMG.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
That's a TMG take man's girl, but obviously. This was the TMG take.
What the hell are you even talking about now?
I know, man.
You're getting tired.
I'm getting tired. Because I'm actually getting tired because every time when it comes to social media, we always go back in cycles. Those who want to express themselves and say the truth, they get attacked by the people, the non-believers, or these haters, of those who think that it's okay to.
I think nowadays I realize people are
sensitive.
very sensitive, but they're way more open-minded how it was back then. But at the same time, they're still not open-minded to the right things, if that makes sense, or things that they should. I don't know how to explain it, but I do know that this generation is much more open-minded. If that makes sense.
Right, because I believe this generation is they care about more of quantity than quality. You get me? Remember that, because they care about like, he released another song, I'm excited. The song could be humna. Be like, yeah, that's the song. And then someone like Tom McDonald will be talking about the whole lifestyle and be like, ew, that's so dead. You get me? And the next person will be another song, humna.
Well, you know, that point's already proven. Lil Nas released his trash song. Tom actually did us. Okay, so Lil Nas song, right, was basically about devil worship, and let's just put it that way. And then Tom had a song where he's talking about him actually, because before we never knew Tom to be
the religious type.
Religious, and the fact that video he was saying that I did try, I did, and then you have two complete opposite videos, but people are more gonna learn towards Lil Nas because of the hype, because of whatever it is. Obviously that's a different topic to get into.
I mean, in conclusion, let's make this short. Wow, 44 minutes is like one of the longest video, isn't it? But listen, if you guys love this video, let us know when. But in conclusion, guys, my point is this: with humans, we're much more easier to choose the bad because it represents us and we don't feel less shitty of ourselves than choosing the good, because the good represents what we're against and represents what we are doing currently and makes us feel more worse about ourselves. So there's a much easier chance of choosing the wrong side than a good side. So
can I be honest? I know you were talking, but because it says the end of the video, I was really trying to pose for a thumbnail. Guys, it's getting late.
I was giving you a thumbnail right now.
Guys, it's getting late, so I'm getting really tired right now.
It's like 4 o'clock in the morning.
I don't really want to spend too long on this video, but as I said, I'm happy that I done it because in a way it gets us to talk again about it. If you guys love it, please let us know in the comment below if you want us to do any more of Tom songs and break it down for you. We'll be happy to, but that's only if you want to. Anyway, guys, I don't know what time this is, but have a great day or a great night. I don't know when you're gonna post this, but yes,
but anyways, guys, just let you
DGIT. Don't get it twisted.
Quality.